Yes, I'm well aware the Matrix takes place in a fake world, aka digital world, and his superhuman feat for the most part is not really real, and it don't really count really because they're not in the real world. But what if Neo had this kind of power in the real world? And you know how this fake digital world, they have buildings and stuff like that, and you can see the shockwaves, gravity, like doing all this stuff in this digital world. If they could produce this kind of power in the real world, and if these buildings were real, how powerful would he be? Let's get into it. But before I get into it, appreciate the love that I've donated to the channel. Appreciate it a lot. His appearance has changed throughout the years. Oh yeah, this is how he looks in the real world because he's really technically just a normal human. In the real world, he is blinded too, later on down the movies. If you guys haven't seen The Matrix, I recommend you see it. They're coming out with a brand new one in 2021. So that's hype. Other people exist in this digital world, but Neo is supposedly has a special destiny, and he is the one who will save humanity, free them from the Matrix, and end the machine war, stuff of that sort. He went through power upgrades, but before he even became the one, he still demonstrated superhuman stuff. Of course, I'm pretending as if the Matrix, physics was real life physics, of course, because of course he can't do none of this stuff in real life, obviously. Don't want to keep repeating that in this video, Remember, he's consistently fighting killers like Agent Smith. They seem to have insane accuracy with gunslinging, and they seem to be able to defy physics. Imagine if this was real. Agent Smith is pretty strong physically himself, and he seems to have some decent fighting in this universe as well. See what I'm saying? Before he's even the one defying gravity kicks, and this guy's definitely superhuman in his own right. He can easily punch through brick walls and concrete, yet Neo's able to fight him anyway. Characters like Morpheus in the universe are pretty strong in the Matrix. Even he couldn't take on Agent Smith, showing the power different. Morpheus is a beast, but he's not the one, right? See what I'm saying? Can't really do too much work to him. Morpheus can break a wooden beam with a kick. See what I'm saying? Before he became the chosen one, Slight like kicking down doors, like that. Saves the Trinity. He's no slouch in speed. He can spin his way back on his feet. Agility. Can literally run up a wooden beam. Nowhere near his prime right here fighting Morpheus. See what I'm saying? His punching speed creates after images. See what I'm saying? Raw speed. Fighting Mr. Agent Smith. Battle feet. Jumps pretty high in the air. Stays right here. Never seen anyone move that fast. Avoids multiple Desert Eagle shots. Bullets are too slow to him. Gotta respect the speed. Look at the speed. He can endure that kind of power. Battle feet. Don't do all here. He knows several martial arts, including fighting arts like Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, and others on the screen. Drunken boxing, Kung Fu, all the good stuff. Like he literally was forced to learn this stuff because they literally uploaded the skills. Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, and other drunken boxing. Scenes like this is proof of his fighting skills, fighting Morpheus himself in a literal sparring ring. More occasion of his skills here in these gunfights. Grabs the gun, shooting aim accuracy during a cartwheel. Of course, he eventually does become the one that ends up embracing his full potential, becoming godlike. It's almost like, what can't he do at this point? Kicking power. Does this to Psy through the shield, somehow making his weapons even more powerful. Can send multiple Smith clones flying with his punching power. Like, yeah, on too many, the staff is just ridiculous. Well, he is the one for a reason, right? It's only fitting, overpowered. Breaking doors is too much of a joke, even if they're steel. Easily parrying attacks from different exiles, kicking them through a statue, showing his superhuman nature. Environmental destruction like marble railing, like that. Look what he can do to rip the poles out of the ground. The amount of power needed to do that. And he's good with pole combat, using this pole, launching different Smiths in the air, showing speed like that. Look at that. What I mean, throws one Smith into other Smiths, like a bowling. Does it here, playing bowling, yet again, catch. When are they gonna learn? Get off of him. Fighting multiple agents is no problem to him, because he's the freaking one. Knock him out in the process. Look at that. He's the one. Like, look, they are trying to pin him down like that. Look at the power he can produce, and does an F5. Neo and Oracle can punch themselves in the air like that. This is the most overpowered version of Smith in battle feats. Plenty of battle feats between the two. Look at the power these two can produce. Look at that. And look at that. To the concrete. Like they're like Superman in this world. Boom. Look at all that. Debris. Punch through all of that. Blow away the rain around the street. All of that power. Look how hard their shockwaves go. Busting windows out. Energy they produce on this class. It seems to happen as fast as lightning. Look at the lightning slow down in the background. If this is taken seriously, that means their attack speed would have to be at least in the 224,000 miles per hour. I mean, that's at least what their shockwave speed was when it comes to comparison to the lightning in the background. Literally ran on a whole bunch of like that. Rose in the air. Like that. Flipping over a sword glaive like that. Look at the agility. Fast raindrops look frozen in comparison to their raw speed. Moving like speedster type stuff. Blocks a sword with his bare hands. See what I mean? Look how durable these guys are. Look at that. It's like some city shattering stuff. Look how large that crater was. No, I wasn't playing when I said he can full blown fly. Like, he literally outran an explosion with raw speed, like on this epic occasion, with Trinity, of course. Do you see this rumbling speed? Literally outracing it, twisting, turning in the process. See what I'm saying? Literally too fast for it. Stated that he's moving faster than he's ever seen before. Look at that. Look at that. Cars are even following him. He's reducing so much energy. Speed. Goodness. He caught her, saves Morpheus and Keymaker. Look at the speed he can travel. Like, the explosion literally happened while they're right next to the explosion. Catches him in the meantime. Neo was 500 miles away from Morpheus and him when he did this feat. Even stated to take him a while, 500 miles due south, before he started to fly. I would say it took a good maybe Mach 3 levels of speed for this. I mean, he flies so fast he drags pieces of clouds with him. Look at that. Talking about raw speed. I don't think you can really doubt his fighting skill. Consistently fighting multiple agents that are upgraded, and they're jokes to him. Blocking one hand, doesn't matter, still can handle them. Most agents for the most part are way faster than bullets. When it comes to fighting speed-wise, agents that are not Smith. People testing him to see if he's actually the one. And yes, he is. Combat skills and power. He seems to have telekinesis. Be able to just pull these to him using these psi. Can't just stop gunfire. When he became the one, stop him mid-flight. Even stops automatic gunfire. You gonna learn today. Night night. Weird abilities like jumping into Smith. Reality bending, man. Yikes. Well, that looks painful. In the Matrix universe, he can see through walls and spot things. Since he's the one, he can resist body hacks. Like, you can literally see the agent trying to take over him, but he's the one for a reason. Get off of me. He can literally reach in your body and get a bullet out like that. Because inside the Matrix, that's basically his universe. He can kind of bend the world to his will. He can see the Matrix as the code that it is. The Matrix not real. Let me cover the elephant in the room. Most of this stuff he can't really do in real life. Just inside the Matrix fake digital universe, stuff like that. He does have some benefits of being the chosen one, even in the real world. World destroying a very large amount of sentinels, thanks to him being connected to the source. Implied to be able to affect robots in the real world. The power of the one extends beyond this world. It reaches from here all the way back to where it came from, the sword. That's when he felt when he touched them sentinels. It extends, disables some sentinels. He can feel them. Like, see these real things? As you can see, beast mode, power. In the Matrix universe, he can see the future, looking into the world without time, the sight. They're basically gods. Heck, Neo, one could even say he has reality warping inside the Matrix. He can see the world like no other can because it's a fake world and he's above that. Yes, I know this world is not real, but let's just hypothetically speak and say this, right? What if Thanos wants to come through and make everything in this reality in the Matrix with the Infinity Stones to snap his fingers and make all this stuff real? How strong would he be in the real world? He would at least be able to reality warp to some degree and destroy cities with relative ease. I mean, remember that feat with him and Oracle Smith. Feats like this and feats like this show that they could easily level a city and they can punch faster than lightning. Evidence that he can destroy cities. Heck, he could even be better. He has some reality bending when he's the one in his full potential, but that's none of my business. Respect Neo, the one. Hopefully we see more stuff in the new Matrix movie. Looks like in the new movie, they're still going to be going back inside the Matrix again, seeing the slow motion of the bullets here, unless they're going to try to have this Matrix stuff transition to the real world or something. Who knows what they plan on doing. It's been a long time since the past movies, but I'm interested to see what they do. Looks like they're in the Matrix here on this image of the new screenshot of the new movie trailer. Looks like young Morpheus is back. You know, all that good stuff. It's implied he's still going to have some one abilities, like making this blast power, blasting his house apart. Like that. Like blasting all these folks back, it appears here. Wouldn't be surprised with the new special effects. They might give him some abilities like energy blast or something. Like, looks like a whole room of SWAT getting blasted back by the one. Classic telekinesis. Implied to still be able to block the bullets like his classic self. Moves these missiles. I want to see if he still got it from his old self. Will he still be the almighty one even in these newer movies? We'll have to wait and see. It's not going to be long now until the movie releases. Let's get it. But I'll see you guys later. Respect Neo.